To the ministers, the Turks seemed to be already in Hungary, the Hungarians in insurrection, the Bohemians in open revolt, the Duke of Bavaria with his army at the gates of Vienna, and France the soul of all these movements. Yet Queen Maria Theresa had an iron will. She was going to keep her ancestral empire in one piece, by any means necessary. As she entered the hall, 1,000 Hungarian warriors drew their swords, and then thrust back in. And they shouted, "We will die for our sovereign, Maria Theresa." Despite her late father's best efforts, Maria Theresa's crown was not secure at all. She decided that it was not the time to push herself for the throne, as she feared a backlash being a woman. Thus, she made her husband, Francis, her candidate for the imperial throne. She was going to rule through her husband. Soon after Emperor Charles VI died, Bavarian Elector Charles claimed the Austrian and imperial thrones. Elector Charles started mustering his forces and signed an alliance with France. The French crown also started preparing armies to invade Germany and aid Bavaria. But the worst news was yet to come. Prussian King Friedrich mustered his armies and marched on Silesia. Silesia was an Austrian territory and immensely rich in natural resources. Prussians marched with a mask of friendship and captured the territory. Friedrich wrote to Maria Theresa, recognized her husband as the emperor, and told her that he was not an invader, but a protector of Silesia from hostile attacks. Friedrich was a wolf, and wolves only attack the weak deer. Maria Theresa did not bow down and let Friedrich have his way. She was not going to be the weak deer. Austria declared war on Prussia. Meanwhile, Maria Theresa had no army nor money to muster one. Her father did not leave much in the treasury. Her provinces were reluctant to aid her cause, which seemed hopeless. She had to establish her own support base, but where? Thus Maria Theresa went east to the Hungarian city of Pressburg. There she offered more autonomy to Hungarians, wore Hungarian clothes, and appealed to Hungarian nobility for protection and support, giving an emotional speech in front of them. In 1741, she was finally coronated as the Queen of Hungary, and Hungarians pledged their swords and gold to her cause. With these new resources, an Austrian army of 20,000 was raised in Bohemia and was sent to reclaim Silesia from Friedrich. Friedrich met this army with 27,000 troops. Both forces met near Malowitz. During the battle, Prussians suffered heavy casualties, and King Friedrich fled the field. However, his generals managed to turn the tide and defeated the Austrian army at the end. Despite the defeat of her army, Maria Theresa's overall situation was not so bad. Prussian army had suffered heavy casualties and lost its offensive capabilities. Maria Theresa also had more resources to replenish her forces now with the support of Hungary. Thus, she rejected a peace offer from Friedrich, who offered white peace. Friedrich even managed to persuade Maria's husband, Francis, who was formerly the head of the state, but Maria scolded her husband and showed him his place, for once and for all. However, even her iron will had to be bent eventually. Bavarian forces, supported with tens of thousands of French troops, started advancing. She had to free her tied-up troops in Bohemia if she wanted to stand a chance in the succession war. Thus, Prussia and Austria signed peace, and Prussia formally annexed Silesia. "I will take it back and more," Maria Theresa thought. "Just wait till I get my throne." Hastily, Maria Theresa started preparing an army to oppose the Bavarian invasion. An army of 60,000 was gathered and started marching towards Bohemia. However, Elector Charles acted swifter. Bavarian forces blitzed through Bohemia and captured Prague. Austrian advance was halted, for they did not want to risk attacking Prague's defenses. This victory boosted Charles' standing among the imperial council. Charles was soon after elected as the Charles VII of the Holy Roman Empire. Maria Theresa had lost the legal battle and was losing the battle in the field as well. The war was not yet finished though. The Duke of Lorraine divided his forces into two. 30,000 men would remain in Bohemia to keep the Bavarians and French in check. Meanwhile, the remaining 30,000 advanced into undefended Bavaria, home of Charles. Austrians advanced swiftly and took Munich shortly after. Charles was now stranded in Bohemia while his own realm was under Austrian boots and far away from his ally, France. But the tide changed once again. Friedrich was most dissatisfied with the situation. Sure, he had recognized Maria Theresa's claim, for he did not want a powerful Bavaria to be the emperor. But he also did not want to see Maria Theresa getting too powerful. Thus, he decided to play the kingmaker, and invaded Austria once again with an army of 30,000. Now the Austrian army in the region was severely outnumbered, facing both the Prussians and Charles' army. Though, the allies were disorganized and acted as two separate armies rather than one. Bavarians and French also did not trust Friedrich, as he had been an unreliable ally previously. This prevented two sides from joining forces. Austrian general Duke Charles acted on this advantage and met Friedrich's army in Châteaussitz. This battle was a repeat of the previous battle in Malowitz. Both Prussian and Austrian armies suffered heavy casualties, yet the field once again Prussian. Once again, Prussia was not in a position to advance further and retreated back into Silesia. Soon after, Friedrich sued for peace. Another fragile white peace was signed. Once again, free from the Prussian threat, a massive Austrian army of 60,000 marched into Bohemia. Pretender Charles did not dare to oppose Maria Theresa's army and retreated behind the walls of Prague. Austrians besieged the city, which was being defended by 25,000 French troops. The winds were shifting. Sardinia signed an alliance with Austria, blocking the French armies in the Alpines. A united Sardinian and Austrian army advanced and captured Spanish possessions in Modena. Russian Tsarina sent diplomats and recognized Maria's husband as the emperor. Not long ago, Maria Theresa's claim seemed hopeless, yet now her reign seemed inevitable. Her armies advancing in Italy, Britain lending her military support, and Pretender Charles getting trapped in Prague. Charles also saw the hopelessness of the situation. He wrote a letter to Maria Theresa asking for her forgiveness. In his letter, he sued for peace and blamed the French for his actions. Maria Theresa had this letter paraded all across Europe, humiliating Charles. Yet, at the end, Charles' peace offer was rejected. The Queen scoffed at the idea of letting the French armies go unharmed. She had them trapped in Prague and was going to destroy her enemies. As the year 1742 ends, the war now looked less of a succession war between Charles and Maria Theresa and more of a Franco-Austrian war. And the war was yet to end, as the French crown started gathering another huge army at the German border, ready to invade once again Hungary for another round. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. May your day be brighter than Maria Theresa's coronation.